This is a phenomenology methodology for dissertation presentation by JHightower, the Chicago School of Professional Psychology, OL 623, Advanced Qualitative Research Methods. In this slide, the presentation focuses around the phenomenological approach in qualitative studies. A phenomenological methodology is a study of a phenomenon, and it is a qualitative study providing the voice of the people with a deeper understanding of experiences, describing people acting in events, and draws on deeper understanding of the phenomenon. This slide illustrates qualitative research problem and purpose for phenomenological research. The research problem is identified leading to the study and is framed in a manner consistent with a phenomenological approach, whether a single or multiple problem. This is important to review studies to justify the importance of the study and to create distinctions between past studies and proposed studies. This is called setting the research problem within ongoing dialogue in the literature. Considering the phenomenologic methodology, researchers would find void or gap in the literature, a conflict in literature research results, or the research topic in the literature is neglected, causing a research problem. After identifying the problem and reviewing literature, a researcher can then identify deficiencies in past literature to find reasons the study adds to scholarly research in the field and about how the study improves practice and why the study will improve decision making. A good qualitative purpose statement contains information about the central phenomenon, and this is for phenomenology format, and explores the study and conveys emerging design, drawing on words from the language of the qualitative inquiry. This slide illustrates qualitative research problem and this slide shows the different types of phenomenological approaches, which are Gothian, pre-philosophical, grassroots, interpretive analysis, and pre-transcendental Husserlian phenomenology. The primary aspects of the Gothian pre-philosophical phenomenology are characterized by careful, unprejudiced, and observations that include non-reductionist, detailed descriptions and is non-speculative, non-hypothetical, and does not involve theory. There are intuitive elements which are non-sensorial to guide the through the gestalt approaches of the analysis and the experiments. The grassroots phenomenology focuses on the understanding that the situation of the other as the other experiences, and it is an experiential world with no consistent methodology or approach. Interpretive phenomenology analysis, as the IPA, is grounded in philosophy, provides researcher with an analytical interpretation of the participants' accounts, which can then be applied to sense-making and conceptualizations. IPA accommodates three principles that are concerned with the interpretation of the phenomenological experience of the participants. The interpretations include intense interpretative engagement with personal verbal material from the participant, and each case is examined in detail as part of the research analysis. The descriptive pre-transcendental Husserlian phenomenological includes Goetherian traditions, also which are careful observations that are unprejudiced descriptions. The phenomenological psychological reduction is experiential phenomenon. It utilizes the imaginative variation with the objective to get essential structures out of the participants' experiences. And this slide shows the overall qualitative research approach. The researcher should begin with the practice of EPIC. This type of research focuses on the wholeness of the experience rather than its individual parts. Phenomenology is different, and the research is often participatory, and participants are co-researchers in the research study. Additional studies into the same phenomenon often reveal new meanings, and phenomenology differs from other research in that it does not test a hypothesis, nor is there any expectation that the results predictive or is reproducible. This slide is about data collection in phenomenological research, qualitative research. The coding transitional process is a critical link between the data collection and more extensive data analysis. Data collection begins with conducting surveys in person or virtual interviews, or even with visual and media materials. The data managing system is where researchers create and organize files from the data. This slide illustrates qualitative data analysis. After data collection, the qualitative analysis consists of reading, memoing through text or materials to make margin, notes, and initial codes. Describe the person experience through the epic in the first cycle coding methods. And the description of the research involves different coding methods according to Saldana 2016 for phenomenological studies, including grammatical, elemental, affective, literary, and language, exploratory, and procedural methods. From first to second coding, eclectic coding can be used. The data is then classified, selecting one open coding category for the central phenomena in the process, and then engaging in a second level processing of coding using axial, pattern, focus, theoretical, elaborative, or longitudinal coding. Themes are organized and are essential rather than incidental within the phenomenon to find what it is. The phenomenological process consists of extracting verbatim, significant statements from the data formulating meanings about them through the researcher's interpretations, clustering these meanings into series of organized themes, then elaborating on the themes through rich written descriptions. This slide focuses on the 7 personal attributes for coding qualitative research. It's important to mention them because organizing data takes disciplined skills and can be cultivated as habits in small-scale qualitative studies. It is normal that the word count of data will range in the tens and sometimes hundreds of thousands of words. In an organized framework for qualitative analysis, the multiple codes you generate need organized. Having perseverance is vital when coding data to cultivate a personal work ethic and to create an environment that is sustainable. Dealing with ambiguity gives challenges in research data where they can be missing analytical information over a period of time, and an analytical memo writing can accelerate the process. Being flexible with approaches means being able to recode not just once but twice or more if needed, and to even modify the method to deliver emergent answers. Creativity is the art to social science, linking the ability to think visually, to think in metaphors, or to think as many ways possible to approach a problem, which is critical for data collection, data analysis, and the final written work. Rigorously, ethical research is critical to coding and research where the participant is treated with respect, the data is treated with careful consideration, and the analysis maintains a sense of scholarly integrity for ethical final outcomes. Intensive vocabulary in qualitative research is an important skill that can be developed with the use of a dictionary, a thesaurus, of vital research tools to find the right words for coding, categories, themes, concepts, and theories. This slide overviews the ethical considerations in qualitative research. The researcher may never know what the absolute truth is. However, knowledge does not correspond to the truth because human knowledge and the means of creating the knowledge is continuously revised. Ethical issues of every degree arise in every study with human participants, which are unforeseen and based on what participants unexpectedly bring to interviews or what the research observes in the field. Some areas researchers observe in the field are participants' values, attitudes, and belief systems, and it is vital to reflect and be attuned to the ethical matters to brainstorm possible solutions. Truth claims are part of the interpretive paradigm as the nuances of change are apparent for future research. In conclusion, this slide summarizes research and qualitative approach with a phenomenology methodology for dissertations and is a positive force for healing the experience of people. The research can be part of the research study and to experience the phenomenon with the participants. Understanding data collection and analysis provides researchers with needed tools to discover the research phenomenon. Thank you for reviewing my slides. And the next page is the reference page. And I appreciate you tuning in and listening to my presentation. Thank you.